work is here the velocity, students you note it, the velocity of the sound wave always moving from source to the observer. The velocity of the sound wave, that means the direction of the sound wave, it always moving from source to the observer. For all the conditions we are going to apply it. And the second case, second condition is the velocity of any of this, that means source or the observer or the medium, whatever may be, the velocity of the anything, if it is taken as a positive quantity, it is taken as a positive quantity when that particular object, that means source or the observer or medium, any of these, it should be taken as a positive value when these three are moving along the direction of sound wave. If you are consider here source, in this place we have the observer. If the source is produces sound energy, the sound energy is moving towards the right hand. Towards the right hand, because as per the first condition, the sound wave is always moving from source to the observer. So in this condition, the sound energy is moving towards the right hand. So if the source is moving towards the observer, means that Vs value it should be taken as positive. Vs is positive. Vs is nothing but velocity of the source. If the sound energy is moving towards the right hand side, the source is also moving towards the observer. Source is moving towards the observer, means both of them moving in the same direction, along the direction. So the Vs value is taken as a positive quantity. If otherwise, if the source is moving in away from the observer, source is moving away from the observer with the velocity Vs, but as per the first condition, the sound wave is moving like this. So here V is the velocity of the sound wave, Vs is the velocity of this source, both of them in opposite direction. So you should take that Vs value is a negative quantity. We can apply this condition for the observer also. Okay, so this is the second one. And third one, for all this value, the velocity of the source, the velocity of the observer, the velocity of the medium, it should be taken as a negative quantity when these things are moving in opposite direction of the sound wave. If it is moving in opposite direction of the sound wave, you can take that value as a negative quantity. If it is moving along the direction of the sound wave, you take that quantity as a positive quantity. Now I will give some example for this case. So first of all, I am going to write the general formula. This F dash is equal to V plus Vm minus V naught V plus Vm minus Vs. This is the general formula for the case. Okay, so this is a relation between F dash and F. So you note this, students, this is the main formula. We can use the formula. We can easily solve any of the numerical question. V plus Vm minus V naught divided by V plus Vm minus Vs into F. F is the original frequency, actual frequency of the sound wave. F dash is the apparent frequency. V is the velocity of the sound wave. Vm is the velocity of the medium. V naught is the velocity of the observer. Vs is the velocity of the source. Now you take, already we derived the equation for the first case, source moving towards the observer. Already we derived the equation for this case, source is moving towards the observer. That formula is nothing but F dash is equal to F F divided by 1 minus Vs by V. This formula already we derived. Okay, so F dash is equal to F divided by 1 minus Vs by V. Or otherwise this formula it can be written as, take the LCM here. So F divided by V minus Vs divided by V. So this V we can write it here. So you note it, this is the formula already we derived for the case of S sources moving towards the observer. Now we are going to check this formula is a correct order or not. So we get the equation F dash is equal to Fv divided by V minus Vs. As per the condition, first condition is the sound wave is always moving from source to the observer. Always moving from source to the observer. So here you consider this is the source and this is the observer. Source and the observer. The sound wave is moving towards the right hand side. So I am going to write the notation. This is the velocity of the sound wave moving from source to the observer. As per the first condition, the source is also moving towards the observer. So source is moving towards the observer with the velocity Vs. Vs is the velocity of the source. V is the velocity of the sound wave. Now here our observer is addressed. So V naught is equal to 0. Observer address. So velocity of the observer it is equal to 0. And as per your textbook, all the condition is with respect to the medium is also addressed. Medium is also addressed. So this condition we are going to apply the value of V naught is equal to 0 and Vm is equal to 0. So V naught 0, Vm 0. The final equation F dash is equal to V F divided by V minus Vs. V minus Vs. Let's check it. V F dash is equal to Vf divided by V minus Vs. Okay. So this is the first case. Now I am going to apply the another one case. Second case, if the source is addressed, the observer is moving towards the source. So Vs value is equal to 0. Vs is equal to 0. But observer is moving towards the source means V naught does not equal to 0. You take the V naught as a V naught. And here this is the direction of the observer and the sound wave is moving always from source to the observer V. So this is the direction of the wave with velocity V. This is the direction of the observer with the velocity V naught. So now we are going to write the formula to relate F dash and F. So F dash is equal to F. Here Vm 0, V naught not equal to 0 is taken as V naught. So V minus V naught. V minus V naught divided by, here Vm 0, Vs is also 0 because the source is addressed. So divided by V. Or otherwise simply we can write this is V. So this is the formula to calculate the apparent frequency is equal to F V minus V naught divided by V. Okay. So this is the derivation part related to all the special cases. Students, you will note it. This is the main formula. This is the general formula to solve all type of the condition. Condition means source is addressed or observer is addressed. For all the condition, we can apply this very easy formula. F dash is equal to V plus Vm minus V naught divided by V plus Vm minus Vs into F. Okay. All of you repeat it. F dash is equal to V plus Vm minus V naught divided by V plus Vm minus Vs into F. What is V? V is the velocity of the sound wave. Vm is the velocity of the medium. V naught is the velocity of the observer. Vs is the velocity of the source. F is the actual or original frequency. F dash is the apparent frequency. Okay. So this is the derivation part and the numerical question. In concept oriented, one more theory question also maybe they are asking. By the comparison of apparent frequency and the actual frequency. Comparison of apparent frequency and the actual frequency. In some of the cases, the f dash value is greater than f, and some of the cases the f dash value is less than f. In generally, we can say that if the source is moving towards the observer, this condition is satisfied. Source is moving towards the observer. Otherwise, we can say that either the source or an object, that means observer, either a source or the observer, any one of them at rest, one is moving towards the other. Now, source is at rest, observer is moving towards the source, or observer at rest, source is moving towards the observer. One of them at rest and another one is moving towards of them. So, at that condition, the f dash value is greater than f. One is at rest, another one is moving away from the other one, means the f dash value is less than f. Okay, one is at rest, another one is moving away from the other one, f dash value is less than f. One is at rest, another one is moving towards the other one, means f dash is greater than f. Okay, so this comparison we can apply for all the cases. Okay, now especially I am going to explain the another one case, the source and the observer, the velocity of the sound wave v. Now I am going to consider the source and observer, both of them in a motion but opposite direction, away from each other. So source is moving like this with the velocity vs. Observer is also moving like this with the velocity v0. Students, I am going to explain this case only. You can apply for all the cases with the help of the formula. You try to apply it for all the cases. So vs, you are going to compare these two things, because this vs and v0, it is a positive quantity or negative quantity. It is described with the help of the comparison of direction of the source and the direction of the sound wave, and direction of the observer and the direction of the sound wave. If these two things are along the direction, same direction, this vs is a positive quantity. If these two things are in same direction, v0 is a positive quantity. Now here compare this case. This v and vs is in opposite direction, so you are going to apply the vs value is a negative. Here v and v0 is a same direction, so this v0 is should be taken as a positive quantity. So using this formula, f dash is equal to, in this case also we are going to take that vm is equal to 0. Vm is equal to 0. So v0 value is a positive. So already here minus v0 is a positive, so nothing. V minus v0. Here v, this vm is 0. Already we have minus vs, and for vs we are going to apply the minus vs. So minus of minus vs, this is equal to multiply with f. So this minus minus plus. So we can write plus vs. So v minus v0 divided by v plus vs into f. So this is the formula when the object, observer and the source are moving away from each other. F dash is equal to v minus v0 divided by v plus vs into f. Okay. So like the same way we can apply it for all the problem on the derivation part. You remember this. Okay. Right. So note the formula, all of you. Students, now I am going to explain the various special cases in Doppler effect. And we know the general formula for that Doppler effect, the relation between the apparent frequency and the original frequency. The formula for this case, f dash
is equal to V plus Vm minus V naught divided by V plus Vm minus Vs F. This is a general formula. And you can easily apply that formula for the cases, simple cases. The source is moving towards the observer. Already that concept I explained it. And the source is moving away from the observer. This is a very easiest special case in Doppler effect. And you can easily apply that source is moving towards the observer and source is moving away from the observer. And easily you derive the relation between the apparent frequency and the actual frequency. This is a very simplest one. Like the same way, you can give the relation between F dash and F for the case of observer is moving towards the source and away from the source. This is also a simplest one. Now we have some of the critical cases are there. Now I am going to explain one by one. First case, I am going to take the first case is nothing but source and observers are in motion. Source and observers are in motion. Here also this single case we can classify into two types. One is nothing but both of them is moving away from each other. Source and observers are moving towards each other. Away from each other and towards each other. So for away from each other and towards each other, first I am going to take the cases towards each other. So you consider this is a source and this one is a observer point, initial location, and source is moving towards the observer with the velocity Vs. Like the same time, the observer is also moving towards the source with the velocity V naught. Now the source, it produces a sound wave. We know that the condition is always the sound wave is moving from source to the observer. So this is the direction of the wave having the velocity V. V is the velocity of the sound wave. It is always moving from source to the observer. So now we are going to compare these two at first and these two at next. So Vs is the velocity of the source. This velocity is along the direction of the wave motion, sound wave motion. So we can take that Vs value is a positive quantity. Here V naught is traveling opposite to the sound wave direction. So this V naught is going to take us a negative quantity. This case is source and observers are in motion. Both are moving towards each other. So we are going to apply the V naught value is a negative, Vs value is a positive, but all the special cases we discussed about only that medium at rest. So Vm is equal to 0. So you apply all the values. Vs is positive, V naught is negative, Vm is 0. Vm is equal to 0. So F dash it is equal to V naught is negative. Already here one negative sign is there. So V plus V naught divided by V minus Vs F. So this is the relation between the F dash and F in the case of source and observers are moving towards each other. And next one, source and observers are moving away from each other. So away from each other, you consider the case S here and observer is here. And observer is moving towards the right hand side with the velocity V naught. Source is moving towards the left hand side with the velocity Vs. But the direction of the sound wave, it is from source to the observer with the velocity V. So now we are going to compare the Vs and V at first, opposite direction. So this Vs value, we are going to take this a negative quantity. This V and V naught is same direction. So this V naught is going to take as a positive quantity. Okay, same direction. So positive, opposite direction, it should be taken as a negative value. So apply that V naught and Vs value into the general formula. So F dash is equal to Vs is a negative. So V minus V naught divided by V plus Vs. So this is the formula to relate the F dash and F when the source and observers are away from each other. Away from each other. So in this condition, source and observer both of them in a motion. This is a two-way away from each other and towards each other. And additionally, we have some of the subdivisions in the single part. Source and observers are in motion. Let's see the next part. So you note this two part at first. Next one is source is moving behind the observer. Source moving behind the observer. Source is moving behind the observer. Okay, so see the first case. So consider the source here. And this is the observer point. Source moving behind the observer. So source direction like this. And observer is also moving like this. Both are moving in the same direction, but source is behind the observer. So the velocity of the observer V naught, velocity of the source is Vs. And the sound wave is also moving from source to the observer like this. This is the V. Now the Vs and V is same direction. V naught and V is also a same direction. So if you are applying all the condition, the Vs is positive and V naught is also a positive. So the formula for F dash it's equal to V minus V naught divided by V minus Vs into F. So this is the formula for the condition of source is moving behind the observer. F dash is equal to V minus V naught divided by V minus Vs into F. Okay. So students, you note another one thing is we discuss about only the apparent frequency for all the special cases. Maybe some of the numerical problem they are asking to calculate the relation between lambda dash and lambda, apparent wavelength and the actual wavelength of the sound wave. Also maybe you are supposed to calculate it. So you take the reciprocal of this term. We know the relation between this F dash and lambda dash is nothing but F is equal to C divided by lambda. Okay, we can easily calculate it. And also you note another one thing is this is the 2 mark or 3 mark numerical problem. But in 1 mark concept oriented question, mostly they are related the magnitude of n dash and n. Magnitude of n dash and n. At which condition the magnitude of n dash is greater than n? At which condition the n dash value is less than n? So this is the one way they are asking in a 1 mark concept oriented question. And another one is, it is also related to the concept oriented theory 1 mark question in the Doppler effect. That question is, at which condition the lambda dash is equal to lambda? Apparent wavelength is equal to actual wavelength of the sound wave. So this equation, it can be achieved only when the source at rest. If the source is at rest, definitely the wave length from the particular source, it should be a constant. So the lambda dash, it is equal to lambda only when the source is at rest. For all the remaining cases, sometimes the lambda dash is greater than lambda. Some of the cases, the lambda dash is less than lambda. Okay, so students, you note it. When the source is at rest, the lambda dash, it is equal to lambda. At that time only, this condition, it will be satisfied. all the remaining cases, it does not equal with each other. Okay, and the next one, observer is moving behind the source. Observer is moving behind the source. So here you take the source, and in this point, observer, source is moving towards the left hand side for me. So this is Vs, and observer moving behind the source. So he is also traveling like this direction with the velocity V naught. But the sound waves are moving always from source to the observer. So the direction of the sound wave towards the right hand side with the velocity V. Now these two opposite direction, this two is also in opposite direction. So we are going to take the Vs is a negative quantity and V naught is also a negative quantity. So F dash is equal to V plus V naught divided by V plus Vs into F. Okay, this is a relation for the condition of observer is moving behind the source. Okay, so this is a special cases. Next, another one is an important one. We are going to compare before and after apparent frequency. How we can compare it? If you are consider the observers at rest in this position. If initially the source is located here, initial condition, the observer and the source are at rest. If the source is moving towards the observer after a particular time interval, the source is passing over the observer. The source is going to cross the observer. So we are going to divide this case into two separate parts. In this first part, we are going to calculate the apparent frequency. For consider the special cases, source is moving towards the observer when observer at rest. Source is moving towards the observer when observer is at rest. And the second part, source is moving away from the observer, observers are at rest. So this is a single special case for the comparison of before and after apparent frequency. We are going to divide it into two parts. At first case, source is moving towards the observer, and second case, the source is moving away from the observer. Okay, so let's see the type of the problem. Now initially we consider observer at rest, source it crossing the observer. Source is crossing the observer. So in this case, we can calculate the ratio of apparent frequency before and after. So first of all, we are going to calculate separately F dash before and after. So ratio we are going to calculate. And also we can calculate the difference between the apparent frequency. Difference between the apparent frequency before and after. That is nothing but F dash before minus F dash after. F dash before minus F dash after also we can calculate. So two things we can calculate by the consideration of the source, moving source crosses the stationary observer. Moving source crosses the stationary observer. So here in this point, I'm going to take the observer. So the source is moving from this point. The velocity Vs. After crossing the observer, also it is moving with the velocity Vs. So this is the first part, the second part. First part, source is moving towards the observer. So the sound wave, it is traveling like this. Both of them moving in the same direction. So the Vs, it should be taken as a positive quantity. But V naught is equal to 0. Here V naught is equal to 0. In this place also V naught is equal to 0. Vm already 0. So positive. So for this case, the F dash before, it is nothing but F V minus V naught. V naught 0. So V divided by V minus Vs. Here we are going to take Vs is a positive quantity, so there is no change. V minus Vs. That's all. Divided by, in the second part, the sound wave and the Vs, both of them moving in the same direction. So the source is moving here. You note it, students, you note it here. In this point, after crossing the observer, the source is moving towards the right hand side. So this is the direction of the source. But the waves are produced from the source. It is always moving from source to the observer. It is moving from source to the observer. Here source is in the right hand side of the observer. So the sound waves are moving towards the left hand side. So this is the direction of the sound wave with the velocity v. Now these two things are in opposite direction, opposite with each other. So the Vs value, it should be taken as a negative quantity, because the sound waves from the source to the observer, it is opposite direction of motion of the source. So the formula F V divided by V plus Vs. So FF getting cancelled, VV getting cancelled. So the final equation for the ratio of apparent frequency before and after is nothing but V plus Vs divided by V minus Vs. V plus Vs divided by V minus Vs. So this is the formula for the case of when the moving source crosses the stationary observer. The ratio between apparent frequency before and the after. Now we are going to calculate the difference in apparent frequency before and after case. So subtract it, F V divided by V minus S minus F V divided by V plus Vs. So you are going to take the LCM at first. Before that, you take the common term. It is take out from the bracket. So we have remaining factor 1 minus 1 divided by V minus Vs minus of 1 divided by V plus Vs. Okay. So now you are going to take the LCM. So after taking the LCM, we can write it like this. So V minus Vs, V plus Vs. So A minus B into A plus B is nothing but A square minus B square. A plus B into A minus B, it's equal to A square minus B square. And in the numerator part, it is equal to V plus Vs minus of V minus Vs. That's all. Now, if you are multiplying that negative sign within bracket, it change into minus V plus Vs. Minus V plus Vs. So the minus getting cancelled. So Vs plus Vs is a 2Vs. So the final equation for the difference between these two things is true F V Vs divided by V square minus Vs square. So this is the difference between the apparent frequency before and after when the moving source is crossing the stationary observer. 2FVVs divided by V square minus Vs square. Okay. So you notice, students, this is a very important for a numerical question in any of the competitive exam. So you note it. So this is with respect to observer address, source is crossing the observer. You can apply the same concept for source is addressed, observer is crossing the stationary source. Now here I am taking the cases, the source is moving from left hand side to right hand side. Source is crossing the observer left to right. For the right to left case also we can apply it. And like the same, if you are taking the source addressed, observers are crossing the source from left to right or right to left. We can apply for any of the cases. Okay. So this is with respect to Doppler effect. Okay. Now on the 2-mark question related to no Doppler effects.
already one condition already explained. No Doppler effect means the source and the observer at rest. When the source and observers are at rest, no Doppler effect. Or otherwise, the source and observers are moving in same direction and same velocity. The source and the observers are moving in the same direction and same velocity. So this is nothing but the appearance of this one. Moving in the same direction, same velocity means the source and observers are at rest, so no Doppler effect. And third one, the source and observers are moving perpendicular to each other. Moving perpendicular to each other. So at that time also we cannot feel the Doppler effects. No Doppler effects. So these are the main conditions for no Doppler effect. This is one of the important 2-mark question. So students, you note it. The no Doppler effect. The first one is source and the observers are at rest. Second one is the source and observers are moving with the same velocity and same direction. And third one is the source and observers are perpendicular to each other. Okay, and this is the main points, and we can apply for no Doppler effect production for several cases. Next one, source and observers are at rest, but medium is only moving. If the medium is only moving, but source and observers are at rest, so at that time also no Doppler effect. And another one, the fifth one, sometimes we are asking this point as a 1-mark question. So you note it. The fifth one is with respect to comparison of the velocity. The velocity of the source is greater than the v, or the velocity of the observer is greater than the v. So I will give the two conditions. One is the velocity of the source and the velocity of the observer, it is greater than the velocity of the sound wave, or equal to the velocity of the sound wave. If these two conditions are satisfied, there is no Doppler effect. Okay, so these are the main points. So this is also one of the special case for the no Doppler effect. So Vs, velocity of the source, and the velocity of the object, it is equal to or greater than the velocity of the sound wave, means no Doppler effect. Okay, so students, all of you noted this is a very important one of the 2-mark question. How to achieve the no Doppler effect? Object and source at rest, mediums alone moving, source and observers are moving with the same velocity in same direction, and source and observers are mutually perpendicular to each other, the same velocity. And here the source velocity and the observer velocity is equal or greater than the velocity of the sound wave. That time we can achieve the no Doppler effect. Okay.
Students, we discussed every theory part in the Doppler effects. I am going to give some of the numerical problem related to the concept as the assignment. You try to solve it. And the very next day, I am going to send the answer also. You verify your answer. Thank you, students. Thank you.